And there's a poverty line, there's a culture line, and it's really standing out. There's a lot of programs on it about them, on it television about it at the moment. And our mantra should now be: get yourself in shape, take responsibility of your own health, and do the best you possibly can. We know all those facts crop up. You can find all of this on the Juice Plus websites. We know that we actually use growers to grow our produce. So we don't just know what our product's made of. We know where it's grown and where it's come from, even from seeds up. So we've got an amazing story behind our products. And if you're new, you must go on and look at all the videos. You must look at the growers, the videos about the growers and about where it comes from. Juice Plus went from buying in fruits and veg to growing their own in various places, growing them to a fantastic standard with no herbicides and no pesticides. We've got certification, the top certification anyone can have on a food product. We have it. Non-GMO, gluten-free, all the things we need for anyone who's looking at health these days. We've been there and done it. The company have been amazing. In sport, I started off working with sick children. Unfortunately, my own little boy, excuse me, died when he was 10, and that was a big wake-up call. Then I went on to work with families and eventually sports people. And when I started to work with sports people, we didn't have this stamp of approval. So now anyone who's into sport, they really need to know that it's got the stamp of approval by informed choice, which is just amazing. So you can stand when you talk about your product and be absolutely confident and know that what you're saying is correct and that what we've got is a first-class product. And what's in them is first class, and that athletes, top athletes, are using them all over the world. It's amazing how many people I've found in sport, and I work with some pretty top athletes, how many people are using it, but there's still an awful lot of room to get more people in there. So our studies are second to none. There's more all the time. They're studied in the top universities of the world, and this university, Graz University in Austria, we've got the amazing Manfred Lamprecht, who was in charge of the research center there, who now works for Juice Plus and translates what the abstract of that study says, because it's quite technical sometimes, and we want to keep it simple when we're showing the products. He translates what they says what the abstract's telling us into everyday language so anyone can understand. So go and read the brief bit about the studies and listen to Manfred's videos, because he makes it so simple and makes it so straightforward that all the science is brought into simple, small, short videos, and use them to send to customers. I didn't know until a year ago that we actually have an Institute of Science. So Juice Plus puts in money back into science and about making the produce as best as it possibly can. But this Institute of Science doesn't just look at Juice Plus products. It looks at all fruits and vegetable science. And there's a lot of research going on there and funded by Juice Plus all the time onto absolute health of what's in our products and what we get from fruits and veg and all the new information that's coming along. So go and have a look on PubMed. You can find all the studies there. If you come across someone who's a nutritionist or a practitioner or a doctor or a dentist and they want to know more, you can give them everything they need by just looking on PubMed. Our capsules are full of the dried, juice-dried powders as well. You will see other people cropping up with berry and vegetables and fruit powders and capsules, but the amount of actual produce in that, the percentage, ours is higher than anyone's. We've got enough amount in there that these studies are able to be done, and Juice Plus is able to give them to the universities with confidence, knowing that they will find markers for good health. So these two videos I highly recommend, and you can pass these on to anybody you have. These are all the videos. You'll find them all on your website, on your office. If you go to your office, go to the globe, go to the US country, and go down through the Revolution until you find the library, and they're all in one place, and they're all quite short, and they're really easy to send on. We know about the Children's Health Study, which is based on the capsules and the fruit and veg and the fruit, veg and berries, which has got most of this the studies and the research on them. And the best thing about these that you can say as well, because I've looked around just this week and not many other people are doing this, and this is that we have got a vegan friendly capsule. It's made from pullulan, which is fermented tapioca, and it is soluble in the body and delicate, but we managed to encapsulate it in here and has a better oxygen barrier than the old capsules that used to use gelatin, which weren't very good. So you can read the children's research figures. They are astronomically good. There's no other product that does a family research like ours. It's not an independent study. It is an in-house study, but there's still no one else doing it. So the other thing I've been using it for just about 17 years now, and I've used it with Paralympians who've got gold medals and ice hockey players who've got promoted, who are going to be sold off. A Lions rugby player, top golfers who won the Worlds, they've all been on the Premium Plus capsules, but they've also used the Juice Plus Complete. The Complete, if anyone looks at the package and says to you, "Is too much sugar in this?" It drives me around the bend. I've turned around 15 people through these lockdowns in the last year who were type 2 diabetic. One of them had been on, has gone on to insulin injections, and one of them had been type 2 diabetic for more than a year. And I've turned them all around to being not only no longer diabetic, but not even pre-diabetic. So I use this in a staggered sections, and I've got a formula that I use, and it works. And this is used for the first 14 days and replaces breakfast and lunch. And then I change it as they go on, depending on each individual case. But there's not too much sugar in it. It is brilliant. If you can use it for diabetics and for people who have got insulin resistance, problem with sugars, glucose in their bloodstream, then it's not too much sugar. It's a slow release sugar. And the other great thing that we're really short of now in our diet is fiber. It's packed with some great fiber. So I love these shakes, and I always use them with a handful of spinach as well, because I think that's a little bit of extra, because all the greens are so anti-inflammatory. And I recommend, if they want to make it a bit more palatable, they have a small handful of berries with it. And I don't ever use cow's milk. I'm not saying you can't, because that's what it says to use, but I always use some kind of nut milk, and coconut is my favorite one to use. The bars are made in the same kind of way, in that they use the best material, and and they're pristinely made. And they are really good for people like golfers or mums on the run, or people who are working shift work. And if you're out and about, and I always have some in my car, because there's nothing worse than missing a meal. It makes you hungry and it makes you storm or fat on the next meal if you keep doing it. So these are great to have for that, and they're delicious. And I can hardly eat a whole one. They're very filling, and they come in 2 flavors: mixed fruit and chocolate. The chocolate is great, and the other one is very good. They're also really good for refuge for your gut, and there's a lot of stuff on gut health. And all the Juice Plus products are they're prebiotic, because all foods that are vegetables or fruit or anything that helps our bacteria increase and the good bacteria multiply and diversify. So all the Juice Plus products are really prebiotics, and the bars and the Complete are really good for gut bacteria. I've used the soups a lot in the winter, and you can make all sorts of things. There's loads of recipes you can make with the soups. They all have some of the powders of all this lovely fruit and veg, and they are quite filling as well. There's lots of lovely recipes for that. I put them into casseroles and curries sometimes as well. They're really good for that. Boosters, a lot of people love the boosters. It's never been one of my favorites, but if you like them, they work. They do make you feel fuller for longer. But if I've got someone who wants to lose weight, I'm not about weight loss at all. I'm about health. But if they've got a lot of weight to lose, I'm using Uplift rather than boosters with them now. It seems to work in a different way and much better. But there's nothing wrong with our boosters. They do a good job if you enjoy them. And they are full of antioxidants. I love the omegas. It wouldn't be without them. It's the one thing people notice quickly. If you want to put someone on something with really bad health, they can't afford everything, it may be good to start if they don't eat oily fish with our omegas. The best thing about them is that they've got the best source of omega-3, DHA, EPA. Some people are saying that you should have no DHA in the best omega-3, but that's when you eat the fish. This is what the fish eat to get their bacteria, so it doesn't deplete our fish stocks. And it's made from something called schizochitrum. Don't worry about the name, it took me a week to learn it. So that's more or less the whole product range, apart from the Uplift. As I said, I use this every single day in lockdown. In lockdown, I decided I gave myself 2 hours off every day. I was building the resource called the Health Hub Academy, and I've been busy. So I gave myself 2 hours. So every day, every morning at 11 o'clock, I have an Uplift, and it keeps me alert for the evening calls to America and Australia. And it is just brilliant. Full of B vitamins. Girls, women need B vitamins, and really, really palatable. So that's the whole product range. The last thing is Tower Gardens, and I'll stop sharing the screen in 1 second when I finish, and you can see mine. I've just bought a new one. I had the big one. I've given that to one of my team, and I haven't seeded it yet. I've been trying to get more seeds, but it also serves as my light in my room. So that coming shortly for everyone. If you haven't got a tower garden, please get one, because I'm really excited about mine. Can't wait to show everyone. So I'll stop sharing my screen. And if I show you around like this, this is my tower garden waiting ready for its seeds, and I use it as my light for the room as well, so it makes my room nice and bright, and it stopped my eyes burning with artificial light when I'm working in the evenings. So Juice Plus products are the bee's knees. Learn about them, enjoy them, and try them all yourselves.
Thank you, Sue. That was absolutely amazing. I love that. Juice Plus products are the bee's knees to sum up. Absolutely perfect. And the tower garden,
something else.
and the tower garden looks amazing. I cannot wait to get one. I'm definitely going to get one of those. Thank you very much, Sue.
My pleasure.
I'm now going to hand over to Paula.
Thank you so much, Sara and Sue. That was absolutely incredible as always. And welcome everyone this morning. I've got the pleasure of introducing our lovely Santa Benga. And Santa is the first Latvian NMD. She's been part of the Juice Plus family for 2 years, originally from Latvia, but been in the UK for 15 years, and also a mum to a teenage boy. But honestly, when you see her, you will never believe that. So Santa's mission is to inspire women to want to dream more. And after having a successful career in the corporate world, Santa felt she was trading time for money and wasn't in control of her life. And her dream was to have more choices in her life. And she's so passionate about helping others to show that there is another way, and you can have a career, be successful, and be a mum too. So follow your dreams. They know the way, and this is motto Santa follows now and inspires others to do the same. So today Santa's going to share with us changing lives by creating raving fans from customers. So welcome, Santa. Are you there?
Yes, hello Paula, thank you for that. Hello everyone, hope you're well. And I'm going to get started. I know I only got 15 minutes and I've got a lot of information to share with you guys, which I'm super excited. And I'm going to start with some facts. 90% of customers buy from company with purpose. 8 in 10 customers are more loyal to purpose-driven company. And the second fact is people spend more time on social media. And I think we all gonna agree that last we'll literally spend more time on social media than ever before. 1 in every 3 minutes spent online is on social media, which is insane. That is on average 2 hours 15. So let me know in the comments if you knew these stats, these facts. But I'm going to tell you a little secret. I didn't know these facts. I had to Google it. But anyway, they're still real facts. So who am I? My name is Santa. And like Paula said, I'm originally from Latvia. I've been living over in UK for 15 years. I've been part of this incredible company for last 2 years. And 27th of March, it's actually going to be my 2-year anniversary, which I'm super, super excited. But let me take you back to 27th of March 2019. Day I signed the dotted line and I became Juice Plus franchise partner. And you know what? Skeptical. I remember still as a yesterday, it was a Wednesday. I joined this business on Wednesday and I was working in corporate company and I was scared to post. I was so embarrassed that I've started this journey. I thought, oh my God, you know, I'm gonna have to put some posts on, and my amazing upline said, come on, Sam, put some on posts on social media. And my thought was, nobody's gonna buy from me. And maybe somebody can relate. And why I'm telling you this. So I actually posted first post on Friday evening after I finished work, so people didn't laugh about me. I had weekend over, sort of, you know, my corporate colleagues would get over there, you know, like laughing about me. And I think we all fear, we have this fear, nobody gonna buy from me, nobody's gonna laugh about me, etc. So why am I telling you this? I have gone from being this absolutely terrified young girl to not posting to actually being on top of leaderboards for customer. I have spoken on the stages, virtual stages, on News Plus, and also on generic network marketing events, and actually talking about customers. So customers are my absolute passion, and I think we all agree that without the customer we would not have a business. This is simply, you know, the core of a business is to get customers. So I'm going to share some of my top tips, what I do and how I share my love for customers. So number one, maybe you can't see the whiteboard at the back, but I'm going to talk you through anyway. So number one is mission. Have you got mission? And we come to this business because we want to be our own bosses, which is amazing. We want to kind of, you know, our own bosses, so we don't like people telling us what to do. Amazing. But in the same time, us as humans, we like to be part of something. So our company's mission is healthy living around the world, which is great. But what is your mission as an individual? And there's kind of a formula you can follow to actually realize what your mission. So if you can see, there is 3 circles. The first circle is think what you love to do. What is you love to do? Maybe you love singing, maybe you love being a mum, maybe you love playing golf. Great. Bear in mind. Number 2 is what you're good at, because you maybe love singing, but you're not singing. And that is me. I absolutely love singing. Maybe somebody comment in a chat, this is me. I love singing in a car or in a shower, but I'm not good at it. But I'm good at cooking. I absolutely love cooking, and that's one of my passions. And the third thing is what you pay to do. And maybe at the moment you pay to do your day job, maybe you pay to also from Juice Plus business, which is amazing. And most people say freedom is what you love to do and what you pay to do. And once you find something you love to do, you don't work a day in your life, which is amazing. But in the middle is what you good, what you like to do, and what you pay. That is your mission. So we all need to dig deep and realize what is our mission that we want to take our customers or team member on. And that could be anything. That could be maybe you love to do, I don't know, along. So you want to help other gardeners to earn money from social media. So it's really, really, really important to actually have that mission in your mind. Number 2 is avatar. Avatar is basically us. So when we think there is a little man or little woman, we need to answer these questions. You know, where do we live? What do we like? What is our job? What is our family circumstances? Avatar is going to be our ideal customer. An ideal customer is us. The answer is us. So on this call, there's 297 people, and everyone has different personalities. We all live in different places. And let's comment, where do we all tune in? I want to see, are we all from UK? I'm here in Sea Preston. Where do you guys sit at the moment? So avatar is us, literally us. We're gonna sell and recommend these products to us. And number 3 on the mission is problems. We are problem solvers. I can see we're here in Derby, Middlesbrough, Norwich, Islands, amazing, Manchester, oh hello, Netherlands, oh love this. We're literally across the world. So problem, we need to know what was our problem when we joined the business, what started using the products, because our mission is to solve problems. And if we don't have a problem, it will be hard to solve. I'm sure we all had a problem, a little pain. Why did we started using this product? Why did we join the business? And that is literally our problems that we need to talk about. And content is literally the key. Our social media is our shop window. So we need to have a content that would literally talk our avatar and portray our mission. So our content literally need to be spoken to us, to our potential customer. And there is a saying, maybe somebody has heard, Ferrari. I think we all know Ferraris. And have ever seen Ferrari advertised on TV? And the answer is no. And you know why? Because people who buy Ferrari don't watch TV. So we need to base our content on people. What do do? Where do they watch this content? We literally only need to speak to all potential person. And don't get me wrong, when I started, I was literally jack of all trades. Maybe somebody heard this old English saying, I wanted to please everyone. I wanted to talk to mums, grandmas, grandpas. I'm like, yes, I'm going to help everyone. And the moment I realized that I need to be really who I need to help, people will be attracted to me for me. I need to put this content is relevant to my people. So let me know if you're enjoying this so far. Okay, number 2, and this is my favorite topic ever, and that is value. We need to give value, and so many people are scared by giving out value, thinking, well, if I'm going to tell too much information, people not going to come and buy my products, and this is so wrong. And we all maybe know, some of you are here from network marketing already in the business. Maybe you've heard of Fraser Brooks, mentor in the business. He's absolutely amazing, and he gives out so much value. But we still go and buy event tickets, we buy his books, we attend his mentorships. We still gonna want to be part of this person. And just think of any person like Gordon Ramsay, for example. He gives out such value on TV. He tells how to cook certain dishes, etc. So he gives value all the time. That doesn't mean by giving value, we're going to reduce people who come and buy our product. So value, what is value? A lot of people think this is based on our product and our business. And I actually think value is what we like. So for example, I am absolutely passionate about healthy lifestyle, about fitness. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm passionate about mindset. So I'm going to read books and I'm going to share this value to other people. Maybe you like gardening, excellent. Share value around the garden, because your people will be attracted to the value you bring. And for them, that value will be relevant. So make sure you give enough value for people to actually come and listen to you. And another tip tip for us worked amazing in my team is groups. So it's a value-based group where we do loads of different challenges, 7-day detox, where everybody can get involved. You don't have to own our product. And people probably on this call been part of John Holowati's group, Get Healthy, last year. You did see what happened. First few weeks, John was giving value. And after a few weeks later, people were sharing their results, getting involved. So value for me is number one in my business, and I want to be the value giver 24/7. Okay, and what is the last top tip that I can share you is to my success is Blitz. A lot of people will think, oh my God, what the hell is Blitz? So Blitz is basically 3 activities where I become active social media user. So I spend 10 minutes giving love and comment. I literally go on social media and love and comment people's posts for people to actually notice me. The next 10 minutes I spend find, add, message. So I find people, I add them and I message them, but I find them in my value groups. So groups where maybe our moms, maybe groups where are similar interest people, because I know these will be my people, these will be my avatars, and I message them. And the next 10 minutes I spend asking question. And so many people are scared asking question. Hello, are you open to hear more about these incredible products? If not, don't worry, I just wanted to ask. And sometimes we need to get out of our heads. We hear word no every single day, and any moms on this call or any dads, I'm sure you have heard no from your child even today. I ask my little boy Alex, and I need to stop saying little boy, he's 14 years old. I say, Alex, go brush your teeth, and he goes, no. And I get over this no like this in instance. So literally need to keep going, ask people the question, be social media active user, give value, and have a mission. And from the fact at the start of the call, I said, it's proven people want to have purpose, mission driven people. They want to be in a community where they are heard, known, and they are part of something bigger themselves. People spend so much time on social media. On social media, they do not come to buy products, but they do come to socialize with like-minded people. So give value for them to watch, and you will never, ever run out of customers. Thank you very much, and hopefully that was useful and you can take some tips from that. And I'm going to have my girl Lelda share her story. She's been in the business only short period of time, and I know she's going to be very, very nervous. So let's give her some love, and thank you.
Can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me? Yeah, the internet is not the greatest, but yeah, so hi, my name is Lelda. I am actually super excited, but at the same time nervous, because I have never shared my experience in English. Santa always told me, if you feel nervous, get up and start walking around. This is exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, the reason why I joined this business is actually my private life turned upside down. I was really depressed. I just didn't know what else to do in my life, and I needed something extra to keep myself busy, to keep my mind busy. So I just kind of went for it, and yeah, and this opportunity has given me new life. Like literally has given me new life. My mindset has changed completely. You know, I have never been so happy in my life. It's just, I will never in my life regret this opportunity that she actually asked me this question, because my life has changed upside down for the better. And I can never thank her enough. And she knows this. I can never thank Santa enough that she actually found me. She texted me, she messaged me, you know, and it's just amazing feeling. I don't know what else you want me to say, Santa.
Thank you. That's amazing, honestly. And actually, this was beauty of Blitz. I messaged this girl, I followed up. So you never know when somebody will say no, and what we need to realize that we've got a gift in our hands, and
Exactly.
we need to give out this gift.
100%. Yeah, it's not only that my health has improved because of the product, but you know, the feedback that comes back from my customers, it's life-changing. The fact that you, like, I know my mission in life now. I know that I matter. I know my value. I know that I'm worth more. And to spread the message across is just amazing. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. So I guess I'm going to pass on. Is it to Paula or Sara? Thank you very much for inviting us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Santa. That was amazing. And Lelda, you were absolutely incredible. And well done. So I know it's nerve-wracking on a big call like this. So you were incredible. And Santa, I've literally written a to-do list of things to do after your talk as well. So thank you so much. Up next, we have got Geoffrey Montague-Smith, who is going to be talking to us about the art of team building. Geoffrey is a registered osteopath, the founder of the Atman Clinic in Tunbridge Wells. He practices integrated osteopathic medicine, combining many different complementary medical methods and naturopathic principles. He teaches internationally and is often invited to speak at international conferences. He's got a special interest in bioenergetic medicines and the body, mind, spirit connection. And he recommends the Juice Plus products to all of his patients as one of the foundational pillars of health. Welcome, Geoffrey.
Wow, I'm excited. That's quite an introduction as well. I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like I should be walking around as well. Lelda, that was an amazing testimonial. I think she's a future NMD. Santa, guide her well. She's going right to the top, which is kind of what I want to talk about today, because you know, this is a really, really exciting product. Everybody knows how I feel about the product. Today I've been invited to speak a little bit about how we build our business in Team Atman. So I'm just, you know, very, very honored to share that side of it. Now, can you all see my screen? Is that okay? Can I see some thumbs up? Just want to make sure that's sharing okay. Great. The Juice Plus company offers so much. You know, we're a 50-year-old company, and in the marketplace, we're well established as a leader with top products and an incredible business. I joined the business in 2011. This, you know, this year is going to be my 10th anniversary when we get to September. And what attracted me as a practitioner and a clinician, a bit like Sue, and that was a great presentation from Sue. What attracted me, obviously, is the product and what the product does in the body and the evidence base for the product. But the other aspect that really excited me was the virtual franchise that we have. And just like McDonald's, we have a franchise. And what that means is that the business will succeed when it's done correctly in a duplicatable way around the world. And that's been the success of a franchise like McDonald's. Wherever you go in the world, you get the same burger, the same drink, the same chips. They're flipping burgers at exactly the right moment, adding exactly the same amount of lettuce and cheese, and the product and the business system works whether you're in Moscow, LA, or London. And that's the key. Now, I'm not going to say McDonald's is the model that we should work with, because I think it's had its day and more people are realizing that that isn't the future. But as a business model, it's really exciting. And then we see all the other online businesses that are thriving in the current environment. And the COVID atmosphere has really highlighted how these companies that operate online can grow remarkably. I mean, Amazon, we've all seen what's happened. If you're in an online space, you know, Airbnb, when we get flying again and we get out to, they're the biggest hotelier in the world and they don't own a single hotel. Amazon are the biggest retailer in the world and they don't own a single shop. Uber are the biggest taxi company in the world and they don't own a single taxi. Everything is done online. And that's kind of what we have with the Juice Plus franchise. We have a direct to customer model through our franchise partner networks, and we have an incredible product offering, which Sue highlighted earlier, and an incredible business model. And you know, the excitement about what's in the future for the company, we've had a $1.2 billion injection of venture capital. We're going to be growing into 100+ countries in the next few years. You know, we're $1 billion a year company right now, going to probably $5 billion a year. And the question is, do you want a slice of that? If you're in, right, if you say, yes, I can see the potential and I've understood what's going on, I've done my due diligence and I'm ready, show me how to get started, there is a duplicatable process that we need to take our people through. If we're going to sort of teach them what we've learned to do, and if we're going to teach them the simple system of what we need to do, that's how we're going to grow an incredibly stable business with repeat business built in. Santa did a great job talking about the products and the importance of the customers. If we have that repeat business built in with educated franchise partners and educated customers, that's the future success for you. That is your pension. Retention is your pension. And if you're doing that correctly, you'll have a business forever. So we get signed up. We then want to figure out exactly, who do we know? Who are we going to talk to? Who are we going to talk to about our products? Who are we going to talk to about our business? And duplication is the key. If you're going to take the stairway to the top levels of success, you've got to make sure the system is understood and working. Your capital investment when you start this business is £50. No stock, no staff, no premises, no bank loans, 50 quid to get started. And the time that you're going to spend. This is the biggest investment, the time that you're going to spend to learn what to do, to get skilled up. And that's really where the only loss you're going to have, actually, from the standpoint of any kind of, if there is a loss, is the time that you're going to invest. And that's if you decide to quit. The way to succeed is to never quit. The working capital that you bring is your network of contacts. So the people that you know, the people that you're connected to, the people that you are linked with, where there's love, trust, and deep connection, this is the working capital. So you need to start to think about who do you know, write your memory jogger list. And this is the most important step in your business, is to plan your business properly. Who do we know? Who are we going to talk to? And the qualities you want to look for are people that have shown previous signs of business success, people who are entrepreneurial and not afraid to make some money, or people who are hungry, to expand their living experience and do better. People who are good with people are excellent in our business. Most of the top leaders in the business have got personality, they're likable. The funnier they are, the better it is, because you put these guys on stage and they've got everyone really engaged. So if you can find people like that and teach them what to do, they're going to be successful, and we're going to be able to participate in their success as we coach them. So hard-working people, people who are true to their word, people who, when they say, I'm going to do this, they will do it. People who are respected and trusted will find it easy to attract people to work with them. People who've got a previous history of not being reliable, people are going to say no to them. So if you're bringing people in with that kind of track record, you need to coach them, you need to prepare them for the problems they're going to face as we change them and as we develop them. So someone who puts others first will succeed in this business. Above all else, I think this is a key thing. You're going to be you're going to be a prince before you're a king. Okay, servant leadership is what we have to do here. We have to put the interests of others first, teach them what we know, and then a rising tide lifts all ships. And if there's previous evidence of not giving up on things, because this is a business where there's an emotional roller coaster. We're in the fear management business as we coach people. And if people quit, then they're giving up on themselves. And if there's previous evidence where they've pushed through the hard stuff, you're going to find that these are the right people to be working with. So once we've done our memory jogger and we've started to go out to people and we've looked at who do we know, who are we going to talk to, we have a strategy meeting with our sponsor. We understand how to get our virtual systems set up, and we get trained on the basics of the business. We then develop our story, because that's really the key thing is, why are you excited? What did the products do for you? Because when you invite others to take a look, the story that you have is going to be the key thing that excites them and helps them to say, well, yeah, I could do that as well. I'd be interested to try those products. I could do with some extra money. So this is the very simple system that we use in our team. Now, a key understanding, I think, for anyone, this is the most important training that I give to my team, is the concept of sponsoring up. If you're going to build a business, if you're going to put together a team, if you're going to put together a board of directors to help you grow a global business with this company, because that's what's on offer here, you need to think about working with good people. Now, if we ask someone, where are you on the scale of 1 to 10? You know, in terms of your abilities, in terms of your likability, in terms of your previous success in life, most people would say they're a 7 or an 8. So, you know, out of 10, people will say, I'm a 7. Now, if you're a 7, and you want to go and talk to people about our business and you want to stay comfortable, you're going to go and talk to some 6s, because you're going to say, well, if I talk to that person, because they respect me, because they see me as someone with influence, they're going to say yes very easily. So we're going to stay comfortable, and we're going to go and sponsor some 6s. So we're going to have 5 6s where they're a little bit, you know, impressionable, because we have the influence over them. Now, once you've sponsored 5 6s, if they do the same thing, they're going to go out and sponsor 5 each of 5s, 5 out of 10. So now we've got a business that's growing, but the quality of the people that we're bringing in is getting less, because everybody's staying comfortable and they're sponsoring people into the business where it's easy. And the biggest area where we get paid is in these 2 levels of the business. You know, as our business grows and we go deep, the largest number of people in your business are on that 4th and 5th level. Now, do you want to get paid on a load of 3s and 2s? Because that's what you'll have deep in your business if we don't sponsor up. Now, if we go from a 7 and we say, my God, okay, I really admire that person. I'd love them to be in my team because I really admire them, but I'm a little bit scared to speak to them because they're kind of, you know, influential, and would they listen to me? If you can do that, if you can step out of that comfort zone and you can get to the point where you can show them our business and they do the same, you're going to build a business. You can't get past 10 out of 10, but you get the idea. You're going to have presidential level people on your deepest level of pay. But in the area where we make the most money, we're going to have high quality people. Now, for the longevity aspect, this is really important, because if somebody decides that they're going to drop out and this business isn't for them, if that number 6 drops out, they say, look, it's not for me. I can't do this. I can't take the emotional turbulence. I can't take the rejection. I'm out. Everybody else that they brought in is going to say, well, if it didn't work for that number 6, it's definitely not going to work for me. And that's how a leg will collapse. Your business will literally collapse almost overnight if someone leaves, either to a better deal, that they think they're going to, you know, the grass is greener and they're going to, the new shiny object, and everyone just like disappears, or they just say, no, this isn't for me, this industry, and they're gone. Now, if we have a situation where we've sponsored an 8 and they decide to drop out, the number 9 that they brought in is going to say, you know what, I thought that guy was a dickhead anyway. I knew he wouldn't make it work. Actually, forget about him. And everything slides up to you. Okay, so if somebody drops out in this scenario, the people underneath are all very, very good high-level people. They slide up closer to you on the pay plan. If there's one lesson in this business, please understand that it's good to get uncomfortable and it's good to talk to good people. If you're going to put a board of director group together around the top table of your business, make sure they're really good people. I hope that's helpful. Right, now then we need to pitch our idea, right? So we're going to find a duplicatable exposure tool. Sue mentioned the fact that we've got lots of videos, lots of assets in our virtual office. Find what works for you and make sure it's duplicatable, so you're not the one vomiting the information on people. You can just share the tools and make it easy and fast and duplicatable, and then start to fill your funnel. Don't just talk to 3 people and see what happens. Talk to 30 people. And then, you know, if you're getting a few no's, it doesn't matter, because by the time 30 people have taken a look, you might have 2 at the end of the month that want to join you. And believe me, that feels like a win. If you talk to 3 people and none of them are interested, you feel at the end of the month like you lost and it's not working. So fill your funnel by talking to lots of people. Get into momentum. Let your upline show you exactly what to do and really get to work. And then the next thing that's so important is the 3-way call. You're going to be, as a new person, a little bit fearful. You're going to be afraid. You're not going to have all the information. You certainly won't be able to answer all the questions. So use the principle of 3-way calling. your sponsor and your experienced upline will be able to guide you as you expose this product opportunity and this business to people. The business offering is so powerful alongside these products. And if you can introduce your experienced upline to your prospect, you let the experienced upline explain the concept to people. While you listen in, you introduce them. You say, "Oh, this is my business partner. They've been involved for a little bit longer than me." The prospect is listening to how an experienced upline explains everything, and you're learning. So we're training you while we explain it to the new prospect, and the new prospect is thinking, you know, this is easy. All I've got to do is invite people into this calling process, however you do it, on Zoom or, you know, whichever way you use, three-way conference calls. And the prospect is thinking, this is so easy. All I've got to do is invite people, and, you know, then I'm going to have some help from my business mentor to explain the business. This is a key part of building the business. If you try and do this on your own, if you try and explain this business to people on your own in the early stages, you're going to get into trouble. Now, as we progress, as we build a team, as we keep it simple, as we use duplicatable systems, we're going to progress from the early stages of customer acquisition and building a small team to the very top levels. Partner Plus is the building block for our business. We teach that, you know, if you're going to build a house, you build it one brick at a time. And when we get to the initial stages of bringing people into the business, we just want them to see one thing, and that's getting to that first promotion of Partner Plus. And, you know, once you've built a team where everybody's going to Partner Plus in the first month, you get a fantastic strength in your business. We're not looking for salespeople to go out and do all the, you know, to get to senior partner, to get to that volume. Actually, now this is 2,500. Sorry, I need to correct that. We've got a situation now where if we build a team of people, people prefer to be business people and entrepreneurial and work in groups and build a business for themselves than go out being hard selling. So you're going to find 10% of people will like the idea of selling, 90% of people you speak to will like the idea of being an entrepreneur. So if we show them how to get to that 825 and get to that Partner Plus, we can build a business and we can get to that promotion of senior partner way, way easier than we can by doing the volume. So you need to go for no's. You need to talk to people. You need to understand that the timing might not be right for everybody. You know, you get to a situation where the more you speak to people, give it time as well. Don't say, you know, if they say no, not at the moment or whatever for now, and a no is not necessarily a no, it could be a not now. Understand that, you know, you sometimes have to go back to people a few times before they'll finally say yes. So we're looking to get some no's so we can make some progress, because in the no's, we're going to find the people that align with us. And now I can come on to the idea of a hit rate, because if we're talking to people in the early stages of the business, we get a 1 in 10 success rate, maybe, where you're going to talk to 10 people and 1 person will say yes. Now, for every time you do that, if you made £100, you'd say, oh, okay, I had to get 9 no's to get my yes, which gave me £100. It's not like that. If you do this 10 times, every time you get a no, you're actually getting closer to your yes. So it's like getting £10 every time you hear no, which is fine. It's like, no, I'm not interested, Geoff. Great, thanks very much. I got you £10. Okay, so it's easy. So we can do the same, and as we get experienced and we get, you know, 3 in 10 will say yes to us, lots of £100. So effectively, with the same principle, every time we lift the phone or drop a voice note or invite someone to take a look, we're getting a no. It's fine. We're getting £30 for every no. So understand that this is a process. We marry the process, we divorce the results. So the cycle of success repeated many, many times. If we get signed up and we have our one-to-one exposure, and then we go to an event, when we're doing live events, they might be local or regional or national conference events. A lot of this is happening online right now, but we will get back to normal soon. And there's nothing like being with people really together and, you know, like-minded. It's uplifting and the energy is good with that. But we just do this time and time again. It's the same process, putting people through a process which is duplicatable. So like I said, we marry the process and we divorce the results, because the results follow the process. So just to finish now, I don't want to run over time. If we're going to build a duplicatable business, we get partnered with the company. We take the product, love the product, and share the product. That's our mandate. That's what we do. We join the business, we love the business, we share the business, and then we teach the business. It's really, really simple. So the product story with the tools that we've got, keeping it simple, we can share that with others. We've then got a business story which we can share with people. We can share the vision. We can show them where we think this is going and that we want to participate in the success of the Juice Plus company. We just use the tools that we've got and we keep it simple. We teach to teach. If you can figure this out and you can teach Bob, and then you can teach Bob to teach Jill, and Jill can teach Dan, you won't even know who Dan is. You might not even know who Jill is, but Dan will be building a business with your supervision and guidance. And you might not even have to have anything to do with this level of the business because you taught Bob and Jill really well. This is what's called scalable affiliate marketing. So if you promote the events to build your team, and if you keep it simple and you're an effective teacher and communicator, you will build a global business with this company and you will never look back. And why is it worth it? Just to finish, we need to have realistic financial expectations. But if you decide that you want to use these products and you're going to partner with the company, and you're going to build a business, and if you find a customer or two, and this is all it takes, you don't have to have a lot of customers. That will happen, by the way, but we're not looking for salespeople. We're going to build a user network. Now, just on the royalties alone, which is the networking bonus, this is like an override or a royalty on the business that you create. If you just look at this as, say, an average business turnover in a month of, say, £100, 2 orders, £100 going through the business, you get a 5% on average networking bonus. That would be worth £5 to you, not very much. This excludes the income from the retailing and the training activities. Now, if you find 5 people to join you, if you teach 5 Bobs and you show them what to do, and they each have maybe 2 customers, there's going to be £25 of royalty. Now, look what happens as Bob teaches 25 Jills, and as Jill teaches 125 Dans, you can start to see the 5% on that turnover getting bigger and bigger. Now, at this point, it's probably a car payment. It's still good enough, okay? As we grow this thing, as it spreads out from us, we can't stop it from growing. Turnover goes up. We have 5% royalty on this total turnover. And look what happens as we start to get into the bigger aspect of the business, right? We've got, huge turnovers now. The company are grateful for the business that we've built. The 5% royalty, which is the longer term reward, can start to get very, very significant. And this is just with everybody having £100 a month going through their business. Of course, it's always more than that, but look at the potential. Why would you quit? Team building, teaching effectively, and understanding this is a marathon and not a sprint. And the rewards are there if you build a strong business. It's worth it. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you found that helpful. I'd just like to invite Chloe, a team member that we work very, very closely with. She's building an amazing team through the B plan. She's on the edge of National Marketing Director. So Chloe, are you there? Can you unmute? We'd love to hear your story very briefly if we can just invite you to speak. Chloe,
hi everyone, hiya.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Great.
Yeah, so it's quite funny when Geoff says, take the no's, because I said no to Geoff for 2.5 years. I mean, for someone I trusted implicitly as my health practitioner and as a friend, I still said no. And then it was, I think I came on board as a bit of a favour to Geoff or something. I mean, I really did not understand the gift that I had in this business. And I said I just wanted £200. I was going to go really slow with it. I had 2 children under 4 at the time. Had a husband that worked sort of 7 days a week in London. I was very much sort of on my own a lot. And I just hit a wall, and that's why I wanted to come on board. And then it wasn't until my first big conference. I mean, make sure you go to every event that's offered, every training, every event, because when I was there, I saw something and I came home and I decided to take it seriously and actually build a business. And in our team, we work very much on education. I have a solid capsule-based business. I work solely with the capsules. And the beauty of that is that you create customers for life and you have a solid income. So my income has never dipped down. It's just climbed steadily. I get paid out of 14 countries now, which is quite amazing that we're only in 26. And I guess I've been in the business 5 years now. We build it on very solidly on education and on value and creating customers for life, but also team and meeting them where they're at. So I've learned to kind of really manage my expectations in this business, because you can have people that say, I'm a 10 out of 10 and I'm gonna go NMD, and then you never hear from them again. And then you get people like me who said, oh, don't worry, Geoff, I'm not going to go fast. Just leave me to it. I'm just going to poddle along. And then kind of now it's like, you know, I'll take my business all the way to the top. And I always remember John Holowati saying, it was December 2007, he did a live and I was watching it and he said, the reason you first ever say yes to this business is your ultimate why. And I was thinking, well, I didn't get it. I said no for 2.5 years. Why did I come on board? I didn't really know what my why was. And then I had this moment, I was like, of course, the reason I said yes was because I picked up the phone to Geoff after having a bit of a cry, after another bad day at home, just on my own with the kids, just kind of losing myself a little bit. And actually, the reason you say yes is the thing that you're trying to escape from or put a bigger gap between. And if you didn't have this business, if you quit on yourself or you cancel to events and you decide not to go to the trainings, you're ultimately quitting on where you've come from. And I think, you know, a really key thing to remember is, you know, why did you say yes in the first place? That is ultimately your why that will drive you right through this business. Because if I stop doing this business, I'll be right back where I was 5 years ago. And it's created so much time freedom. You know, just to finish on that really, I mean, 3 big things for me. The capsules changed my life. I used to have such bad acne, I would be hospitalised with blood poisoning. It was so severe. And thanks to Geoff, that I no longer look like a pizza. The income is amazing. I covered my husband's furlough over the summer because he works in film, and I was able to pay the mortgage. And the community, the purpose that it gives you. And that's ultimately my why, just giving me something for me outside of being mum and wife. And homeschooling for pretty much the last year, full time, my business has continued to grow. And that's where you can really leverage your time. Because in February, I didn't do that much in the business and I had my best month ever. And it's about all these people, these brilliant people that you bring into the business. Everyone's doing their little bit into their own business. And I just don't know where else you can find that opportunity anywhere else in any other business. So yeah, it's a real gift. You know, it creates a lot in your life. It's not just about the income. It's so much more than that. So thanks to you really, Geoff.
Oh, Chloe, it makes me so proud to hear your story. And we're gunning for you for NMD. I mean, if it's not this month, it's next month. And like you said, solid team growth. Your team are amazing. You've developed amazing leaders in there, and credit to you. And so, you know, listen, thank you for sharing your story. I'll pass back to whoever's hosting now. Really appreciate you jumping on today, Chloe.
Thank you so much. Chloe, that was absolutely incredible. I just love your story. And oh, sorry, Sara, if I jumped in. But yeah, and Geoff, as always, I mean, I could just listen to you all day, just so many golden nuggets there. I'm going to go through all these. In fact, I'll listen to it all over again and take even more notes. But I'll crack on now. So we've now got the lovely Millie Jarvis Stringer. And Millie is an EMD in the Juice Plus company. And her background is she was a fitness enthusiast and nutrition, health and lifestyle BSc graduate. And she said an easy yes to the Juice Plus products after struggling for years with adult acne and low energy. And even though she lived a very healthy lifestyle. So Millie had incredible results on the products and being able to find a suitable after not being able to find a suitable post-grad job, she joined the business with no hesitation to earn a little bit of extra fun money, which exploded in 2014 and has enabled Millie to live a life beyond her dreams for the last 6 years. She's been traveling the world, and recently she took, well, not recently, the year before, before all of this kicked off, she took a 2-week holiday to Bali and ended up staying for 8 months whilst taking the business with her and been able to build at the same time. I mean, what other business can you do that with? Millie was also able to compete in a bodybuilding bikini competition in 2018. And swears by the Juice Plus products, having taken the premium capsules and omegas throughout the whole process, and now for 8 years. And Millie is going to share with us today leadership secrets to becoming a powerful leader. So thank you, Millie. Are you there?
Hi, thank you so much, Paula. Yeah, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks. Can't wait to hear all your tips.
All right, I'm just going to crack on. So thank you for the introduction. So yeah, what is a leader? So a leader is somebody who works towards making their visions a reality while putting other people first. So guys, we are all leaders. We are all here on this call today. You said yes to this business opportunity. So congratulations, you are a leader already. So even if you feel like you're not, I'm just going to let you know that you absolutely are and can be the best possible leader. So it's all going to start with us learning a little bit about leadership and perhaps putting in some new systems, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to be a really great leader. So what is leadership? So it's a process of social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of a specific goal. So a good leader is self-aware, is focused on other people's success, encourages, has ethical practices, is grateful in all situations. We all know that gratitude is extremely important. Is empathic, has great communication, and connects with people well. So leadership, guys, is like going to the gym. So if you go to the gym and come back and look in the mirror and you've got no results, sometimes what people can do is they quit. And we know that going to the gym for 9 hours in one day does not get you into shape. It's going to the gym for an hour every day over time that gets you that physique that you want. So it's the consistency. So as a leader, we have to pick the right course of action and stick with it. Commit yourself to your regime, your act of service, your exercise. Like Santa said, you know, you have to have that purpose and be mission driven. And once you've got that system, what you really must know as well, guys, as leaders, it's okay to make mistakes and to screw things up. So for example, if you're going to the gym, you don't have to be perfect. You can eat that cake for one day. You can miss a day or two. You know, when you're a leader, it allows for that. But the most important thing is that you stick to it and you get back in your lane. So having that consistency. And by doing that, you'll start to get results by following that regime and that method and that system that you choose to follow instead of flitting from one thing to the next. Like how many times have you started a 90-day game plan and perhaps not finished it? Just stick with it and believe in yourself, because once you do, you will create that consistency and that belief in yourself. You know, it's not about speaking to 200 people in one day and no people for the rest of the week. It's about having that consistency of speaking to 5 to 10 people a day, showing your team how you're showing up, and then that is going to create and activate the law of the compound effect over time. So people can treat leadership with intensity, but actually it's the daily tasks like showing up on social media, adding 20 people a day, posting on your stories. These are the things that matter the most and what is going to create you into being a leader. And remember, people follow your feet and not your mouth. So if you're telling your team to do these things, but you're not doing it yourself, it's pretty likely that they won't do the same. You know, people will follow. Remember that saying, people follow your feet, not your mouth. So it's like Tony Robbins says, he does an exercise when you go to UPW and he says, everybody put your hand on your head. And it's really interesting because people follow what he does and they put their hand on their nose, even though he said, put your hand on your head. It's really interesting. People always do what you do, not what you say. So in leadership, there is no specific event that makes you a leader. It's what you're doing on a daily basis. So I just think there's some back. Is that me in the background? So if everyone could just mute themselves, it's really loud on my end, sorry. So it's accumulation of the little things that may feel innocuous at the time and useless by themselves. And people may look at what we recommend to do as and saying that they won't work, but what you need to know is those little things that you do consistently. And it's that word that we hear all the time. As a leader, you have to be consistent day in, day out, doing those little things, showing up even when you don't feel like it, doing a DMO and making sure that before you go to bed that everything that you've put on that list is ticked off, because again, you'll create strengthen yourself, you'll create self-belief, and people will start to follow. It's like, you know, when you start a healthy eating plan, it's about going to the gym or working out at home and eating those healthy meals, and, you know, saying no to that tub of Ben and Jerry's, and saying no to the alcohol, drinking your water, sleeping, working on your mindset, and doing that over and over again. That is what creates a leader. It's doing the small things day in, day out, and you will then be showing up as somebody that has self-belief, that creates momentum. And I'm going to talk about momentum just later on, but it's about having that system and then showing people the way. Okay, leaders build consistency by showing up even when they don't want to. There will be days where things don't go to plan, but as a leader, you don't throw the towel in. When things go wrong, you don't see it as a fail, you see it as a challenge, and just say to yourself, plot twist, like, things have gone wrong, but actually it's something that's just here to challenge me. So get back in your lane and see it as a challenge, not a problem. In leadership, we focus by showing people the way. We don't force people on a journey. We invite them to follow. We don't boss them around with what to do. We encourage them to join our mission. So when we're a leader and we're presented with a challenge, we evolve. We don't remain the same. We are not fixed. We have a growth mindset, and we can see that perhaps if something hasn't worked, we need to look at something different. We need to look at a different system in how to get to our result. You know, all of us here perhaps are working towards our next position, whether that's SP, SSC, QNMD, and PMD plus, whichever it is. But what you've got to know is that if you remain the same, you will stay unchanged. So you have got to be presented. You will be presented with the same challenges. If you're fixed, you'll have the same routine, the same storms will pass, the same situations will come along until you learn from them, and until you learn to love yourself enough to let go of that system that you're holding on to and try something new. And until you evolve, you'll still find the same situations coming into your life. I don't know if you've ever noticed that the same patterns keep occurring. It's because you keep doing the same thing. So have a think to yourself, what can I do differently? And something that I love to think is, be more like water, be more fluid, see which way the water goes. If you think about a river, it doesn't just stop when there's a dam, it finds a way of building that water up and then it carries on. It's just about going through the process, guys, and finding different ways to get to that next position. So think to yourself, you might have tried a system that you thought was going to work, but actually it didn't. Doesn't mean that you failed, it just means that you might need a new system. So the strength inside of you will come from making changes. You will explore what is outside your comfort zones by changing what you do, and you will build that belief. And if you're led by your faith instead of following your fears, you will create your own direction. You will create your own responsibility. You won't be told. You won't wait to be told. You will take charge, and that is what a leader is. You have to do things that scare you, but on the other side of fear, in that scary moment, is pure elation, is pure excitement, is reward. So if you don't plan, guys, if you don't plan your days as leaders, what you will see is that your day will run you. As leaders, we don't have to be smarter than the rest. We just have to be more disciplined than the rest. So I'm just going to give you 5 discipline tips, because having discipline is super important as a leader. So identify where you can improve. What do you need to get better at? Determine what motivates you and keep that close to your heart, because motivation is there to get you started, but it's not what keeps you going. Minimize your distractions, turn off Netflix, and reduce the temptations by creating a routine. Create daily goals and plans, and have a bigger vision in your mind, and think about why you want to achieve that. Connect with it and feel it, and share your vision with everyone. Share your vision with your team, people around you, and get people involved and ask them. As a leader, it's not just about your goals, it's about your team as well. What do they want to achieve, and work towards their dreams with them, and then create your system. So like Geoff was talking about, have that system and put it in place. And as a leader, even when things don't feel like they're going right, even when you feel like you're not getting the results that you want, that is when you keep showing up and keep digging your heels in. There have been times over the last 8 years where I feel like I have been going backwards, but actually it's in those times when things are the hardest that you dig your heels in and you go harder, you work more, you stick together, you build strength with each other. And it's in those times that you build the resilience and that you can, you know, in the future you look back and go, oh my God, I'm so glad that we didn't give up, because on the other side of that struggle, on the other side of the times that feel difficult, is pure success. And that's what you have to know. It's the hard times that build you. It's the hard times that make you stronger. It's the hard times that build success. And it's what you do in the dark really puts you in the light. So the distance between your dreams and reality is the discipline and your ultimate. And think about, what is your ultimate dream? You're not always going to be motivated, but leaders learn to be disciplined. Through self-discipline comes freedom, guys. And you don't have to be extremes, you just have to be consistent. Discipline is choosing between what you want now in the moment and what you want the most in the future. Leaders have a vision for not just themselves, but for their people around them as well. So discipline is the bridge between having goals and actually accomplishing them. Motivation is what gets us started, but leaders have to train themselves in their mindset to be disciplined. So discipline keeps you growing and makes you choosing what you want now and what you want in the future. So have a think about that. What do you want now and what do you want in the future? Sometimes we can wake up, guys, and I've been there too, where I think to myself, really should be doing my income producing activities today. I know that I've got to show up, but what I really want to do is sit and watch Netflix. I just want to chill. I don't want to work today. But then I think about my grander vision and I think about my team, because for me, it's so much more than what I want. It's about the team. And think about, how do you show up every day? And are you making it your mission that you're helping other people? Because we all know that if we make other people's goals our goals, we will get everything that we want as well. So if you can help people get what they want, guys, you will get what you want. And that's something that we commonly know. So ask yourself, what is going to be more painful? Getting out of bed and doing the work now at 5 a.m, doing your gratitudes, getting up that hour earlier than the kids, or living with regret knowing that you could have done more? You know, have a think about, do you need to be more disciplined now? Don't look back and wish that you did more. Show up today. Commit yourself with discipline, because with discipline, anything is possible. You know, I'm not motivated every day. It's the discipline that gets me up and gets me closer to my goals, and having that grander vision and seeing all the other people being successful that motivates me. But I know that by doing my daily actions in DMO and being disciplined, I'm taking one more step every day towards my goals. And ultimately, you can suffer the pain of being disciplined, or in the long run suffer the pain of regret. You know, you'll never always be motivated, so don't always rely on motivation, because it comes in waves like a roller coaster. Learn to train yourself to be disciplined. As leaders, we all have a choice. As leaders, we can all choose. We're not born motivated, and we're not born to wake up and hustle, and we're not born to be rejected and still be motivated. It's about having that discipline, and ultimately that will get you your results. Discipline is making yourself do something in spite of how you feel in the moment, and, you know, keep on doing it over and over until that becomes a habit. We don't wake up as EMDs and PMDs, guys, and NMDs. It's what you really do on a daily basis, even when you feel like you don't want to do it. That is what will put you in the light. So Netflix and wine or power hours with the team, it's your choice. And it's the definitive difference between success of you and your team. You know, do you want a little or do you want a lot? And remember, like I said at the beginning, your team will do what you do, not what you say. So if you are a Netflix lover, Netflix lover, do your Netflix and hustle. That's the leadership lifestyle. You know, you don't have to turn Netflix off, but just use that time to be on your phone and connecting with people. So do you want to be up to date with the latest box set, or do you want to make your dreams come true? Train yourself to be disciplined by doing things in spite of how you feel. No matter how you're feeling in the moment, you can train yourself to be disciplined, and that really is the key to your success and being a leader. So success is impossible without discipline, guys, and being a leader is being disciplined. Discipline is the strongest form of self-love, and ignoring your current pleasures. For example, you know, when you're on that journey and wanting to lose weight, and then someone turns up with a box of popcorn and some Ben & Jerry's and a bottle of wine, you know, what's more important, the momentary pleasure or the long-term gain? What are you willing to sacrifice for the bigger rewards to come? So by doing this, guys, and creating this system and discipline within yourself, you're going to create momentum, because you're going to become a leader and people are going to see your success, and that's going to create momentum within your business. And what I just want to really end with and show you is a video that I've loved for years, and it's on how to make a movement. So I don't know, can I share my screen? It's literally a really short video. Is that possible to share my screen?
Yes.
Thank you. Can everybody see that?
Yes. start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with the crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore. It's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not two nuts. 3 is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is over-glorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
So guys, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was really quite inspiring on how sometimes we just have to get out of our own way and be that leader. So I'm going to invite you today to think about what do you need to do to be that leader. And I know the video said we don't all have to be the leader, but actually, if you want to create a movement, then what are you willing to do? What are you willing to be disciplined in to make that sacrifice, to grow that momentum and to grow that leadership skill behind you? So thank you all so much for listening. I hope that was useful. Yeah, thanks so much, James, for having me.
Wow, Millie, I feel like I want to stand up and give you a round of applause. That was incredible. Honestly, thank you so much. I feel like you've just closed the convention. And that video was amazing. I've actually never seen that. So please send the link over for us in one of the groups. Thank you so much, Millie. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. So up next, I've got the pleasure of introducing the amazing Damian Brennan, who's going to be talking to us about planning every step to National Marketing Director. I'm so excited to hear from Damian. He was on one of our calls Thursday, I think it was, and literally the whole team went mad. We took so many notes. So Damian lives in the west of Ireland. He is a retired school headmaster. He runs a very successful Juice Plus business with his wife, Olive, and he's also involved in farming. He was introduced to Juice Plus in 1994, almost 27 years ago. And at the time, he was a headmaster. He was farming. He owned and operated a manufacturing business, very involved in local community activities, as well as raising a young family. So in reality, they didn't have time for Juice Plus, but it seemed like too much of a great opportunity to pass up. So he loves the product and attracted to the business. And back in 1994, as you can imagine, building the business was much more difficult. No social media, and very basic phone service, no home delivery of products, and no bonuses. But they were very committed, Damian and Olive, and they built a solid business to national marketing director and now presidential marketing director. So welcome, Damian.
Thank you very much, Sara. Didn't know for a while who you were talking about there. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Perfect.
Great. So earlier on, Sue Worrell started off and brilliantly outlined the uniqueness of the Juice Plus products. And I want to focus on the business. And we do have a unique business system. All the advantages of a traditional franchise with none of the disadvantages. We have no capital investment. We have no stock to purchase. We have no cash to collect from customers. We have no deliveries to make, no employees, so no wages to pay. None of the administration that we normally have with business, and none of the conventional overheads. All of that for just £50. Therefore, no financial risk. So who are the Juice Plus company? Founded 50 years ago, 1970, more than 25 countries worldwide, over $15 billion in sales to date. And what they do for us is they manufacture the product, they process the orders and invoice the customers, they collect the payment directly from our customers, and they deliver the Juice Plus to them. They send us a monthly statement, transfer our payment to the bank, and they provide customer and distributor support. As well as that, they provide us with an online office and a website. And we've got a very simple franchise system. We just simply take Juice Plus, we experience the benefits, and we share that experience with other people. Really what we do is we solve problems. We start a conversation, we listen, identify a problem, empathize with that problem because we usually have had experience of that ourselves, and simply offer a solution. So each month when we start off, the target is how many people can I help this month? How many people can I solve problems for this month? And for doing that, initially, you can earn a good part-time income. Oftentimes people start off by earning £200 to £300 a month, £3,000 a year. And many, many people are quite happy with that. But in time, that will grow anyway. And £500 a month sounds like a very reasonable part-time income, especially with no investment and no overheads. £6,000 a year, or £1,000 a month, £12,000 a year. So what impact would those figures make on a family budget? And that's the opportunity we've got. We can share this with as many people as we want and give them the opportunity to solve a problem for themselves, earning some part-time income. But for those who want it, there is more involved in this business. Fast-track distributors build a very substantial business over a period of time. They earn significant monthly income, and they establish a very valuable asset, which they will own. Following the Fast Track program, they can earn almost £120,000 in bonuses over a period of time. It's flexible. Anyone can fast track at any time. So depending on your circumstances, you can opt into the Fast Track program. And then if something occurs and you're going to be much more busy, you can opt out again for a period of time. So it's really, really flexible. You never miss out on a bonus. And that's what's really important. And this is just a synopsis of what the bonus program looks like. On the right-hand side, you've got the bonuses for the different positions. In the column next to that is the really important column, because this is how your income builds through the various positions. So starting off at Partner Plus, where you might be earning about £100 a month, apart from bonuses, that builds to 250 to 350 to 500 to 700. And you find way down at the bottom, you've got really serious income figures. And these are not just figures on a sheet of paper. This is the experience of people at the moment. These, of course, are approximate monthly incomes, but people are achieving this at all levels. Most people operate in the first few levels from the top. They're quite happy to earn less than £1,000 a month. It makes an enormous difference to them. And they're the people that we really value because they make up most of our teams. But some people want to build a really serious business. So starting at the beginning, how do you get to NMD in simple steps? Let's say month of March, the current month that we're in, you become a new partner. Your investment is £50. And during this month of March, you achieve 825 PV. That equates to 4 Premium Plus orders, or 6 Fruit and Veg, or 6 orders of Complete. For achieving that target, you're promoted to Partner Plus. And your income for that is a bonus of £80 and retail commissions of £80. So you earn £160 in the first couple of days in the business. And it costs you just 50 to get involved. From there, then, you move to the next step. So let's say the following month, month of April, your target is Senior Partner. You can do this in April or you can do it in any calendar month. For Senior Partner, you need to accumulate 2,500 PV. A minimum of 825 of that has to be your own personal volume. For example, a new Partner Plus and 8 premiums, 2 premiums a week, or 2 new Partners Plus and 4 premiums, 1 a week. The latter being the better approach because then you have 2 people in the team with you. You get a bonus of £100, you get commissions of about 150, and your total is £250 income in that second month. You will notice that the bonus is increasing. It was 80 last month, but you'll also notice that the commissions have almost doubled from your first month. And this is what's really important because the commissions are your long-term monthly income. So now you've achieved Senior Partner. You've got 2 promotions in the business. You've got a bonus of £80 and a bonus of £100, and your commissions are building steadily. What's a really important feature of the bonus program is that having achieved a position, you're required to repeat that again the following month to really consolidate that position. So in the month of May then, your third step would be to reconfirm Senior Partner. You do that with exactly the same volume as last month. It's got to be new volume, of course, but your bonus this time is £150. And your commissions have now grown to £250, so your income is £400 in month 3. So now you've been through March, April, and May. Your total income is £800 in 3 months, and it only costs £50 to get involved. Your fourth step is Sales Coordinator, and this is a really important position. So let's say in the month of June, your target is to get to Sales Coordinator. The volume for this is 5,000 PV, so it's twice the volume for a Senior Partner, but it's much easier to achieve because by now you will have some team members with you, and all of that accumulates together. There's a minimum requirement here for personal volume of £825. You need to have 1 Partner Plus leg, and you need to be a qualifying business. I won't go into detail on these terms, but your sponsor will explain that to you. For achieving this, in your 4th month, your bonus is £250, your commissions are £350, your income is £600. This is still a very part-time effort, and it's really enjoyable. You're bringing the gift of health to those that you share Juice Plus with. You're bringing another gift to the people that you sponsor into your business. You're showing them how to build a part-time income for themselves. And for doing that, in 4 months, your 4th month, you earn £600. From here on, it gets even more serious. Remember, we just said that when you achieve a position, you're required to reconfirm that position. So on your 5th step, in your 5th month, you reconfirm sales coordinator. To do that, it's exactly the same requirement as for the first time. So the volume is again 5,000 PV. Again, you need a partner plus leg, and you need to have a qualifying business. For doing that, on the 2nd occasion, your bonus is £500. Your commissions are £500. Your income that month is £1,000. Month 5, part-time, and it's a really enjoyable business. Then we move on to qualifying senior sales coordinator. This will probably take 2 months part-time effort from the previous position. The requirement is 5,000, but this time it's pay line. And again, I'm not going to confuse you by trying to explain that. Your mentor will do a much better job with one-to-one. 5,000 pay line with 1 qualifying business leg, 1 PB leg, and you yourself, of course, have to be a qualifying business as well. The average income at this level is between £600 and £800, and the bonus is £1,000, paid after your 3rd month reconfirming. So you can expect income on the first time you reach qualifying senior sales coordinator. You probably earn that month 600, the following month maybe 700, and then the 3rd month you get 800 plus your bonus of 1,000. So your part-time income is now becoming a serious income. And so far, there isn't any really big requirement. And again, you're doing good with every product you recommend and every time you recommend the business. Qualifying senior sales coordinator, your next step is senior sales coordinator. And again, you could easily allow 2 months to achieve this. The requirement is 10,000 pay line, but remember, you now have a team around you. You're required to have 2 qualifying business legs and to be a qualifying business yourself. For achieving this, the average income is between 800 and 1,200 a month. So an average of about 1,000 a month from commissions alone. The bonus is £1,800, which is paid after the 3rd month reconfirming. So now you're into some pretty serious income. And people are beginning to look at the possibility of replacing whatever it is they're employed at full-time. There is a possibility here. Or somebody who doesn't want to go back to work, they have an opportunity to consider that now. After senior sales coordinator, you've only a couple of steps left to get to NMD. Your next step is qualifying national marketing director. Again, this is quite a big step, so we allow, let's say, 3 months for that. The requirement is 20,000 pay line, 3 qualifying legs, and you yourself a qualifying business. At this level, your income is between 1,500 and 2,000 usually a month. Your bonus, paid after the 3rd month, is £3,600. So really serious income. And finally then, step 9 is NMD. This is the position that we all aspire to. It's a big step, so 3 months again to get there. Volume is 40,000 pay line. So you now have £40,000 going through in turnover in your business every single month. 40,000 going through your cash register. This, remember, one of the great features of our business is we've got so much repeat business. So the 40,000 that you achieve, let's say in the month of May, that will repeat again in June and July and August, provided you've built a really solid business and a lot of satisfied customers in there. At this level, you need 5 qualifying legs, so a really solid business. And of course, you need to be a qualifying business yourself. The rewards at NMD level are really, really generous. Your income generally reaching NMD for the first time is someplace between 2,500 and 3,500 a month. And the bonus for this is 7,200. by now you'll have built a team and built real momentum in your business. And this will carry you forward to the next steps. There are 4 other steps in our marketing plan, each coming with a very generous bonus. You have IMD with a bonus of 14,400 and an income of someplace between £4,000 and £6,000 per month. You have EMD with a bonus of 21,600 and an income of in excess of 6,500. You have a PMD with a bonus of 28,800 and a very generous income. And at the very top of the scale, you have PMD Plus, comes with a bonus of 40,000 and a very, very good monthly income. So these are the possibilities. All of this has been achieved by various people in the UK, in Ireland, throughout Europe, and so on. And it's there for everybody on this call today to achieve. So where do we start? Sometimes you can get kind of baffled by all of these figures and so on. So let me give you what I see as a great start. First 3 months, for an investment of £50, you can earn £800, very part-time, and you're sharing a really great opportunity with other people. So month 1, in March, you're a new partner, you become Partner Plus, and you earn £160. Month 2, you just extend that a little bit, have somebody in the business with you, you become Senior Partner, you earn £250. And month 3, you reconfirm that Senior Partner position. It's exactly the same steps again, you earn £400. £800 in the first 3 months, very part-time effort, and you are just simply serving your apprenticeship and learning the business. And now, Sara, I'd like to introduce Ireland's first lady NMD, Marion Egan. Marion has been a great inspiration to everybody in Ireland, and I'd like her to just tell us a little bit about her NMD story. Marion?
Thanks, Damian. Yeah, okay, so I'm living in County Kildare, just outside Dublin, and I'm a complementary health coach. Now, I wouldn't be here only for Damian Brennan, because it was Damian that introduced me to the business. And at that time, my health was seriously challenged. So Juice Plus transformed my health, and it gave me back my life as a wife and a mother and a therapist. So I started to share this with my customers when I started back in work, and my business grew. And some of my customers became distributors. So I had a very busy practice. And as a result, I worked very closely with Damian to achieve my NMD position. And Damian was very influential like that, just that step by step, showing me what to do and what I needed to do to achieve that NMD position. But as you build a team, it's very important that to realize that it's so powerful. You're also building a substantial monthly income. And you're helping your team to do the same thing as well. It's a very simple plan when you stay focused and you stay on track. But it's very, very flexible. You can opt in or you can opt out as much as you want, depending on circumstances. So for me, it was life-changing. And I would share it all the time, every day. But if you start now, you could achieve NMD in less than 2 years. And as Damon just pointed out with the bonus plan, it's so possible. But you drive your own business, and you can do it fast or you can do it slowly. And finally, I just say, we have a very solid company to work with. We have an outstanding product. I wouldn't be here without it. It's just been amazing for me. And we have an unlimited market. And it is a tremendous opportunity. So we can do some good in this current climate. And as Millie said, help other people. And when you help other people, you're helping yourself. and we could make a real difference in people's lives. So listen, guys, the best is yet to come. Just go do it. Thank you, Damian.
Thank you, Marion. And back to you, Sara. Can't believe I actually got finished on time.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Damian, and absolutely incredible speaker as well. We really appreciate it. I just absolutely love it broken down like that, and I've just taken loads of screenshots as well. Thank you so much. And I'm going to hand over to Paula.
Wow, how incredible. Damian, thank you so much. And I just love that. How many people can I help today? You know, it's such a great motto to have. And thank you, Marion, also for sharing your amazing story. So next up, we've got our beautiful, gorgeous, amazing Sara. Sara Mohon, I think I said that right, is an NMD, and she's been in the business for 4.5 years. And she works her business around being a full-time mummy to her 2 beautiful children. And Sara is going to share with us today on how to create a vision and building an unstoppable momentum. So take it away, Sara.
Thank you, Paula. Good morning, everyone. I'm actually feeling a bit nervous today. I think this is probably one of the biggest calls I've ever spoken on. And there's some incredible people on this call and some amazing speakers. So I really hope that it's okay and I add some sort of value, and I hope you're all enjoying this morning as much as I am. So I am going to be talking to you about creating a vision and building unstoppable momentum within your team. So for years and years, I heard people say, you have to have this really clear vision, really clear goals and what it is that you want to achieve. And to be honest, I really struggled with that for quite a long time. I'm not really a massively materialistic person anymore. You know, the shoes and the bags and everything, you know, it's not something that you love once you're a mum anymore. It just feels a little bit ridiculous. And I just feel like I've got everything that I need, even as cringe as that sounds. I've got the kids and the house and, you know, everyone's happy. So, you know, I really struggled to think of my vision and create a really solid vision. So this year, I've really dug deep to set some really clear and structured goals. And how I've done that is by planning forward where I want to be this time next year. So in December or January, I sat down and wrote to myself a letter about where I want to be in December 2021. So where you want to be, what you want to have achieved, what you want your life to look like. You know, and I basically write it to myself. It sounds really strange if you've not done something like this before, but you write to yourself as in, you know, congratulations, you achieved all your goals. For me, I've written, you're sat on a beach, the kids are doing really well, they're in their new schools, you're in your new house. Things like that, and actually write it to yourself. And it's so powerful reading this back to yourself every single day. I actually took this from a coaching event that I went to a few years ago, and the lady that was running it told us to write a letter to ourselves in 3 months' time. And she took the letter from us and she said she was going to post it to us in 90 days. So I went away that day and started a 90-day game plan. And I stuck to it. It's actually the only 90-day game plan that I've stuck to meticulously every single day for 90 days. And I told myself that if I stuck to it and I achieved my goals, then I'd go and buy myself a pair of shoes, says the person who says I don't really, you know, enjoy shoes anymore. This was a while back. So I stuck to my 90-day game plan for 90 days. Done everything that I said I would. I went from SC to SSC in 90 days. I've done that by sticking to a really strong DMO and also committing to going live every single day, the dreaded live videos for a lot of us, but they do work. And it was really strange because it was on the 90th day when I'd achieved what I said I would. And I was in the taxi. I was about to get in the taxi to go and buy these shoes that I wanted, and the postman came as I was walking out the door, and I swear this is a true story on my kids' life. The postman came as I was walking out the door, and I noticed it was my handwriting, and I got in the taxi and I read the letter that I'd written to myself 3 months prior, which was absolutely amazing. I remember going live on Facebook with it, but it was just the most incredible feeling. So number one top tip is to get really super clear on your goals. Create your vision board. You can probably see mine up there. It's the first time that I've really done a really strong structured vision board, but I am so Sorry, sod's law, your phone always rings when you're on a call. One of my sisters, she'll probably phone back about 40 times now. But I'm really looking forward to going through that vision board and putting big crosses through there all throughout this year. Write a letter to yourself that you're going to read in December or January. Please go away and do it. I promise you, it's the most amazing feeling. Tuck it away somewhere, but not in a space that, you know, a really good hiding space that you're not going to be able to find. And perhaps write a copy that you can read over every day. So one thing that I took from a call that we had Lena on a few weeks ago, she said that when she was going for her big promotion, I think it's a PMD, she would take 5 or 10 minutes out of her day every single morning to literally write up her goals. And I've been doing this for, I think, the past month. So every day when I wake up, I do a lot of self-development anyway, but I literally get my journal out and I write down what my goals are, what I want to achieve, you know, long term, but also what I want to achieve this month, and perhaps a to-do list for the day. And it really, really is helping me so much to set me up for an amazing day. And since I've had this super clear vision on what I want to achieve, I just feel so motivated. And in the words of Damian Brennan, have a dream and a vision larger than all of your obstacles. So my business really started to grow, I'd say pretty much this time last year, when I decided to show up regardless of what was going on in my life. So I'm sure, sorry, I'm going to kill her. I'm sure you guys can probably relate to the fact that there's always something going on in your life. I used to think it was just me. I used to think that things just used to follow me round. But I think, you know, a lot of us, we always have something going on. It might be something with the kids, something with your business, something with your partner. And if you allow your business to take a back seat every time that something's going on in your life, your business is going to pretty much do this, which is what my business done for quite a few years. So since I sort of said, you know what, no matter what's going on in my life, I'm going to show up in my business every single day regardless, that's when I've started seeing really good results in my business. And as I said, it just really, when I made that decision last year, my business really took off. I was stuck at SSC for 3 years, and then last month I went to QNMD and NMD in the space of 4 months, when I really decided to make my business a top priority. So step 1 is to create your vision and have 100% clarity with it. And step 2 is to practice consistency every single day. Now, moving on to step 3, which is building an unstoppable momentum in your team. So when everyone wants momentum, right? You want that crazy excitement in your team, everyone's buzzing, and you think, how can I do it? How can I achieve it? So for me, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind, you would have heard this so many times before, success breeds success. And the more you have of it, the more you're going to create of it. So I'm sure you guys have all noticed, you know, when you have like an epic month in your team, when it's just promotion, everyone's hitting their PB, everyone's achieving their goals, everyone's stepping outside of their comfort zone, and everyone's just so excited. We had a month like this last month. It was absolutely amazing, and everyone goes into the new month like, I want that success. So really creating momentum is about helping your team achieve their goals, helping as many people within your team hit their promotions, and that's going to move you to more and more success. So for me, that's definitely the best way to build momentum within your team. You have to be the one showing up first every single day, so you can build this momentum within your team. But one of the ways that you're going to do that is obviously by leading by example. I'm a firm believer in that. Obviously, a lot of our speakers touched on it today, but specifically Millie said, you know, people will do what you're doing. So for me, I try to most days be the first one up in the morning, the last one going to bed, even though I'm a bit of an early bird. Going live every day, hosting calls every day, creating content, creating ideas, creating challenges, getting your clients amazing results, incredible customer care is something I've really been focusing on. And I think, again, you know, our clients are the backbone of our business. So don't just introduce people to the products and then sort of leave them to it. Really make a conscious effort every single day to be following up with your clients and making sure they're getting amazing results. You know, I do that with a client broadcast list. Obviously, we've got our customer support page. I've recently just had a recipe book made and a new client guide. We do challenges every single month that my clients absolutely love. I wasn't going to go into that too much, but for me, you know, I suppose I have to, because they are something that's just doing so well for me and my team at the moment. So I think we had the 60-day body back challenge in January through till February. We've just started the 20-day step into spring challenge. But for me, what that does, it gives you something new and exciting to focus about. It brings all your clients back. If they've been struggling, if they've perhaps fallen off track with their goals, you can message them, you know, we're getting started with this new challenge. Are you ready? Do you want to get involved? You can also message all of your potential clients and say, you know, I know you've been thinking of getting started. We've got this new challenge coming. Are you ready to go? And that for us is really creating a lot of momentum in our client guide, in our client support pages, and within the team as well. So as I was saying, leading from the front, make sure you are the one who is bringing in new clients, sponsoring new team members, getting on all the calls, going to the events when we're able to, being consistent. And as I said, I say it pretty much on every single call that I speak on, that your team will do what you do. So if you're showing up as 50% and you know that, it doesn't matter what you say to the outside world, you know when you look in the mirror what level you're committing to your business. And if you're showing up as 50%, your team are going to do exactly the same. If you show up at 90%, 100%, that is what your team are going to follow with. And just to give you a quick, I wasn't going to show these, but not that it's a secret, by the way, but you've probably seen me show my DMO on calls before. I like to have my DMO laminated so that I can cross it off every single day and catch up with it again the next day. But something that I've also just recently done for my team is just doing a weekly call schedule that's really clear and structured, that you can obviously highlight on all your pages, but you can also send out to all of your teams. And also a weekly opportunity call schedule. Obviously, we know that these third-party tools work really, really well when we're trying to introduce people to the products or the business. So I think having that clear structure really works well for everybody. And, you know, we've got so many opportunity calls on at the moment. I wasn't even aware of all of the calls, but there are pretty much opportunity calls every single day. So please make sure you're utilising those, because when you are messaging people about the business opportunity, you know, there's so many ways that you can do this. And as I said, there's one on every single day. So to build momentum within your team, give it your all, set an example, show the way, and your team and the momentum will follow. Also, always be having regular calls with your team. We have a morning call most days at 7 a.m. Kids, you know, willing, if they allow for that on those particular days. We try to have a call most evenings. As I said, there's a lot of Zoom calls. You can be doing afternoon power hours as well. But I definitely find within my team, the more calls you have, the more you're bringing everyone together and building that community and building those friendships and building those relationships. It has such an amazing benefit across the team. And obviously events as well. I know we're unable to do them at the moment, but we usually have a team event once a month, and we've actually just booked in our first team event of the year. We're hoping we're allowed to go ahead with it, but we're really looking forward to that, and that is going to help bring all of the team together. So my last top tip on setting yourself up for success that I've always done, I don't know why it works so well for me, I just like planning ahead, I like doing it in the 90-day blocks. So I always plan 3 months ahead, and then I work backwards from them goals. So where do you want to be in June? I know I'm starting with April, but where would you like to be in June? What position do you want to be in the business? You know, what do you want your health to look like? What do you want to have achieved by then? So for instance, if you would like to be a national marketing director in June, who would like to be a national marketing director in June? Of course. So you know that in June you're going to need a £40,000 pay line. And then what I do underneath that, I write down my team members and I write what position they want to be in June. So, you know, you might have Jack wants to be a QNMD, Susie wants to be SSC, James going for QSSC, and you know what pay line they're going to need in June. And then I go backwards. So I go to May. I go backwards to May and I say, right, if I want to be national marketing director with a £40,000 pay line in June, in May I want my pay line to be on 30k, and I list my team members again underneath that, and then obviously back to April. And I just find planning 3 months ahead and then working backwards makes it so much easier, because you have the really, really clear vision on your goals and what it is that you want to achieve. So what I then do from that is I work through my team. I have a look through my team to see who is ready to start pushing for their next promotions, who's showing up every day, who's showing that level of commitment. And I have loads of one-to-one calls with them, and I say, you know, are you ready? You have built an amazing business, your team are doing really well, you're smashing through your promotions. You know, I definitely think that you are ready to go to SSC in the next few months. I think, you know, April, May, you're going to be ready to go for SSC. And I really am clear with them on that. And I see if that's what something that they are ready for. Because, you know, I think we've probably all been through the stages where you feel like you might want it more than someone on your team member, or you're trying to push them. You've got NMD in you. I know you have. Come on, let's go for it. Perhaps they're just not ready. So have that conversation with them. You know, I know you can do this. I know you can achieve this. Are you ready? Get that commitment from them. And then obviously you make a really big commitment to them that you're going to be showing up with them every single day and doing everything that you can to help them achieve their goals. So make a goal, make a plan where you want to be in the next 3 months and where you want your team to be in the next 3 months. Finally, write down your, whatever you want to call it. DMO sounds so boring, doesn't it? Or commitment list, promise list, whatever it is that you are going to promise to yourself that you're going to stick to every single day to achieve your goals. So the way I've always done it, I have my goals written down, I have my grid written down, and then I have my DMO written down, really clear and structured. What is it you're aiming for in the next 3 months? Have it somewhere right stuck up in front of you on the wall so you can see it every single day, and you're going to wake up and get to work every single day. Having said that, with your DMO, I think that you need to be quite flexible with it. The DMO is a daily method of operation. I don't know why it's called that. It's something, it's always been called that, and it's just stuff. I don't know why. A promise list, to-do list, a daily to-do list, whatever it is that you want to call it. But also be quite flexible with your DMO. If you feel like there's something on there that's not necessarily working, don't be afraid to go through, cross it out. You know, I'm wasting time with that. I could be better spending time doing this. And I go through my DMO every single month and I adjust it. Obviously, we have the essential things on there every single day. One thing that's working really well for me and my team at the moment is having a recruitment hour on there. It was an Eric Worre call that I was on recently, I think, where he said, you know, you all want to be sponsoring people into your business, you all want to be growing a team, but how much time out of your day are you actually committing to that? And I was like, oh God, yeah, no, I'm not really. You know, doing my messaging and stuff, but I'm not having a specific set time throughout the day where I'm focusing on bringing new people into my business. So now throughout the day, particularly at lunchtime for me, I set a timer, I do an hour, you know, following up, going through my hot list, messaging people. And then in the evening, because I have my set working hours for the day, I've got 2 crazy kids. In the evening, when I get back online, I've got loads of lovely messages and inquiries to go through. So just a little top tip, that's something that's working really, really well for me. But as I said, if you feel like your DMO isn't working, don't be afraid to go through, cross it off and start something new. On that note, I know I always recommend a book every single month, but I'm back reading Awaken the Giant Within. I absolutely love it. It's one of the first books that I read when I started my business. And obviously Tony Robbins talks a lot about, you know, finding an approach that works for you, but just staying consistent. And if it's not working, go back to the drawing board, try something new, but no matter what, keep going and the results will happen in the end. So to round up, I feel like I've just vomited over you for the past 20 minutes, but to round up, number 1, have a really clear vision that is going to get you out of bed every single morning. Number 2 is to commit to being consistent every single day, no matter what is going on, no matter if the house is falling down around you, the kids are screaming, your partner's driving you crazy. Make your business a priority, and that is when you're going to start seeing really good results. Number 3, create momentum in your team by helping as many people in your team this month hit their promotion. Lead from the front every single day, because success will breed success. Number 4 is to write up your 3-month goals and work backwards from there. Find the people in your team and make a commitment to each other that they're willing to work for it and you're willing to work with them for the next 90 days. And number 5 is to make a plan of what you're committing to every single day for the next 90 days to achieve those goals. And last but not least, number 6 is please, even if it feels a little bit strange or a little bit cringy, go away today and write that letter to yourself. Whether you want it to be, you know, something that you're going to read in 3 months' time at the end of your 90 days, whether it's something that you want to read at the end of this year, it's just so powerful. Like, what do you want your life to look like in 90 days? What have you achieved? Where are you? Hopefully on the beach for me, COVID permitting. What are you doing? What does your life look like? How have your circumstances changed? Write it, hide it, and read it to yourself at the end of the year, or perhaps give it to someone to post to you if you've got someone much more organised than me. So start every day writing up those goals and setting yourself up for an amazing day. And if that is not enough to motivate and push you out of your bed and get your DMO done every single day, then I don't know what is. This business can change your life. It can change my life if you're just willing to believe in yourself and get to work and always be the hardest worker in the room. So good luck everyone for an absolutely amazing March. I'm so excited that we are heading into the busiest time of the year. I love March, April, May, June. It's just when you see your graphs on your office just shooting up. So make sure you make the most of it. Set your 90-month goals. Go ahead, just be the hardest worker in the room, and treat every single day as if it's month end, as the last day of the month. Don't you just love that excitement in your team chats and on your offices when it's the last day of the month and everyone's like, come on, let's go. So just go forward every single day this month, focusing on your goals, focusing on your vision, focusing on your dreams, and getting to work. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope that was okay. Thank you to all of our incredible speakers this morning. It's been absolutely amazing. I've taken so many notes. For anyone who's asked, you know, if they can watch this back, James always kindly posts the recording for us. And last but not least, thank you so much to James for arranging these coffee mornings every single month. I'm taking so much value from them, and I'm sure everyone is as well. So we really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you all have an amazing Saturday.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You guys, bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. It is all good.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, James.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, James. Where are the recordings posted?
I will, if you private message me on Facebook, I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cool. Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.